Hi everyone, it's Heidi from flutterbyheidi.co.uk, back again with a little gorgeous project today, which is to hold the beautiful Neal's Yard Remedies mini rose balm. This is a wild rose beauty balm, which is just absolutely fantastic. Can be used for all, I've got 10 different uses for it. Great moisturiser, lovely deep cleanser, smells absolutely beautiful, and one of the things that it's really useful to have to use it with is a muslin cloth. But let's be honest, you know, it doesn't look very exciting, so I thought I would of course pretty it up using my Stampin' Up products, which is what I've done here. And this is just to make a little box with a rather just a less usual top on that, and then I love pink and grey together, so hence we've come up with this box. So let's get started on it. You're going to need a piece of card to start off with that is 25 by 17 centimetres. I haven't worked this out in inches yet. I will try and do so as soon as I can, but I wanted to get it ready to gift to the person that I was giving it to. So you're going to score the shorter, this is the 17 centimetres, so this is that horrible measurement. So if you have a piece of card that is 21 centimetres wide, which is standard UK cardstock, the best way to get 17 centimetres is actually to cut it at 4 centimetres. So 21 minus 4 equals 17. So that's just my tip for today on doing 17 centimetres. Do it from the other end. So you're going to score this short at 1 centimetre, at 7 centimetres, at 12, and at 15. Then we're going to score the longer edge, and it doesn't you have the shortest score piece, which hopefully you can see just there at the bottom. So you're going to score the long, easy measurements, these ones. These are at 6, at 12, at 18, and at 24. So once you've done that, you then want to score to the first score line, so this first one here, slightly bigger one, at the following measurements. Okay, so at 2 centimetres, 4 centimetres, gets easier once you've done that first one, at 8 centimetres, 10 centimetres, 14 centimetres, 16 centimetres, and again this is a funny one, so I'm actually going to score that at, turn it upside down and score at 9 centimetres up, then at 20 centimetres and 22. And then the next bit you can either do on your scoreboard, or you can actually do using a ruler and a score tool, which I think for the video is probably easier for me to demonstrate. And we've done this before. It is purely joining up those score lines. So you're going to go from the bottom of the short score line to the intersection on each of these. As I say, you can do it by lining this up on the trimmer, but I just find it generally probably easier and quicker to do it with a ruler. So all of those. Like so. So you should have like a, hopefully you can see that there, a pattern. Okay. Right, now what we need to do is trim away these top sections. So the one you want to keep are the middle ones on either side of the triangles. So if I just show you by folding those down, So those are the ones you're going to be cutting away. So you should end up with a piece that looks like this, like so. Okay. So I'm just going to cut away those away first. Now what we're going to do is fold and burnish our score lines, because we're then going to cut up and trim away some sections at the bottom, and it will help if those have been folded and burnished first. So the first thing I'm going to do is cut up and cut away this narrow triangle on the right hand side. Then I find it easiest to cut up each of these first, because then we're going to cut one away completely, and with the others we're going to just trim them very slightly. So if you imagine that when we make it, that's how our box is going to be. So we want the join at the very back. So this is going to be our flap at the front. So all of the others, which I haven't folded, we're going to trim away. I'm actually going to trim away about a centimetre on either side of that one. So we make those two shorter, and this end one, which is the same one as we had the narrow flap on, that's going to be trimmed away completely. So you'll end up with a piece of card that looks like this. So these are two side flaps, and again, just to help those, I'm just going to take a sliver off the edge of those, and it only needs to be a very tiny sliver, but it will just help with our box closure. Okay, and then the last ones that need scoring are these diagonals here, and again I find it best to fold them in the direction of the score to start off with, and then I'll show you how to get them nice and crisp. So I literally then fold and press like so. So if you look, just folding those in and then reinforcing them, folding them in and folding that one in as well. Now, because of this is a box that's got quite a few sort of, what I would say, strong folds, because you're creating these top bits, I'm going to use double red tape to close both the side and also the very top. So some red tape on there, and then again, remembering which is going to be the front of our box, which is this one here, that's going to be the last flap, and this is going to be the first flap. So that one first. So the ones that need tape on are these ones which correspond with these ones here. So if you think about, so I'm just putting a bit of a belt and braces. I'm going to use some red tape on these, and I'm going to use a bit of fuse on there as well. So the first thing, I'm going to fold my box there so that lines up. Then pushing the top in on those creases. Let's see what I didn't do. I'm now going to take the red tape off on the two sides. She says, hopefully. And I'm going to literally do one side fold it over and do the other side. Just keep, there we go. There. Give that a really good press. And the last one is the sort of tricky one. Just fold it in, press it down, and then what I do is I put my hand on the inside and just give that a good press. Then I can pop that in to give it a bit more substance. It makes it more sort of solid, and just trim a couple of tiny bits off there so that you can fold the flap in. So all that's left is for us to decorate, which I should have done while it was flat, but you know, hey, why make life easy for yourself? To decorate, I've got 4 pieces of cardstock and 4 pieces of designer series paper, which have all been cut. The panels, these ones, are 5.5 by 4.5 centimetres. And then the panels of DSP to go on the top are 5 by 4 centimetres. So just 0.5 centimetre difference. And you literally can just use snail to pop those on. Like so. Then all I'm going to do is pop snail on the back of each of these before attaching to the outside of the box. So literally we can just layer those up. So by putting the beauty balm inside, I've already got something that's sort of quite substantial, so I'm not going to worry. I can apply a little bit of pressure. But yes, ideally put it together beforehand. So that's our box done. Now what I'm going to do is use a sentiment from this lovely new Cake Soiree stamp set, which is this happy birthday here. And I'm going to stamp that just on a small piece of Whisper White cardstock. And I'm using the powder pink ink, so that again coordinates beautifully. And literally, by stamping that on there, and then I've got 3 different sizes of punch here, and the smallest one is 1 1/4 inch. Just pop that in there like so. So 1 1/4 inch for the sentiment. Then I'm going for the pink with a 1 3/8, and then lastly grey is 1 1/2 inches. And with each of those, just literally pop those on. Remember where we've closed it, so pop this on the very front, and then using some of this beautiful ribbon, which is so easy to tie, it is absolutely gorgeous. Tie yourself a bow and just play around with it till you're happy with the appearance. And then I've got some ribbon scissors, so I just keep these separately for cutting ribbon. I do, my family don't always, as I found when I was looking for my scissors the other day. They had been hijacked by my youngest son. Then I'm using literally a lot today. I'm just adding a couple of glue dots onto there, pop onto the top, and there you have a lovely gift box for a super product. And if you want to know some more about it, pop along to my blog at flutterbyheidi.co.uk, and if you want to purchase any of the Stampin' Up products, go to my Stampin' Up shop, heidismith.stampinup.net. Come back and see me again soon. I hope you've enjoyed making that. I will endeavour And I really will endeavour to do that in inches as well. I haven't had chance yet, but I'm sure I'll do so as soon as possible. Thank you for watching, and come back and see me again soon. Bye now.